All right, welcome back to Lockdown Sports. It's me with David De Gea's new free agent teammate, Jonathan David. How are we, mate?
Doing well, buddy. How are you?
Good, good, good. It's amazing how footballers get to brand their unemployment as a success. But here we are living life. Anyways, let's get into it. First game of the week, Chelsea versus Arsenal, the Kai Havertz derby, the Declan Rice derby, the Jorginho derby, whatever you want to call it, John. Can you
Exactly.
tell me how this game's going to go?
All right. As much as it pains me to say, I'm gonna have to say Arsenal -1 on the handicap and both teams to score. That's what I've
Okay.
got for you.
Okay, so
No
first
one
of
heard.
all, yeah, I get that, but do you not see this Arsenal team keeping a clean sheet against a lackluster Chelsea team so far this season?
No, I've just both been London teams. We always do something crazy for one moment. We find a way to score, but I think they'll do the same to us, and they've got that quality this season. And after last season where they fumbled at the end, I think they're just going to be pushing hard every game this season to make sure that they stay well ahead. So I
Yeah.
can see them dominating this game, but I can see us getting one goal against them as well.
They've been more resolute, definitely. And if you guys stick with some sort of a five at the back shape, I know it's four with Chilwell at the wing back sometimes, but like we've seen in the past couple of weeks before the break, Mudryk, whoever occupies that left wing, we've seen Sterling play off the left occasionally, where he's had a few goal involvements. I think you're going to see a much better Chelsea team response
Yeah,
compared to the start of the season, where you guys, I think I do rate you defensively. I do think there is potential, but I don't think in a game like this, where I don't think you have any control of the midfield, by the way.
yeah,
So,
no,
how do you think that one's going to go? Big challenge for Enzo.
yeah. So the midfield, yeah, he's going to have a lot to do covering Odegaard and then having Rice there, and whether they play Havertz or who knows who they play there. But even with the back line, I'd say it's pretty average to be honest. And even with Chilwell, he's been so out of form lately. He's not even starting the last few weeks.
Hmm.
He's been coming off the bench real late, and we've been playing forward at the back in those games. So I'm interested to see what we play this weekend. But whatever we do decide to play, I can see Arsenal getting through us pretty easily, if I'm being honest.
There you have it, mate. A Chelsea fan predicting an Arsenal win. Before we preview the next game of the weekend, please hit subscribe. I want this channel to be a small to medium enterprise, and currently we're sticking on the small side of that. So please hit subscribe. Let me know how the videos are going. Next game of the week, John. Man City, Brighton. Now, um, Brighton love playing well against the big teams, but
Yeah,
with Man City, like every team against Man City, they struggle. They struggle. And that's why this week, I do think City is going to wipe the floor with Brighton. Everyone's fallen in love with Estepinian. Everyone's fallen in love with Matoma, and everyone because of FPL. Okay? But FPL doesn't
yeah,
value defending, and this Brighton team can't defend. Okay? I've got Julian Alvarez, I've got Erling Haaland both on the score sheet, and City, I think they could win by 3 goals here. What do you think about that?
wow, okay. Yeah, I can see City very easily putting goals on the board. Erling Haaland, Alvarez, Doku, Foden, who knows? They could all get on the score sheet. But City's defense hasn't been too great as well this season. They've been quite susceptible to a lot of different teams and different play styles. And with the way Brighton play, I can see them scoring quite a few. So maybe I don't know if they'll win by three, but I can see this being quite a high scoring contest both ways.
The thing that is different about Brighton and City is they set up it's a real chess match whenever you watch these teams play. There's so much of the ball just being trapped at the defender's feet, going back to your own goalkeepers, probably more than most.
Yeah,
And you see them try and slowly play out from the back, and all of a sudden, it goes bang. Do you
it's
think
bang.
Brighton's
Yeah.
going to sit off? Do you think Brighton's going to sit off? Because I don't know. I don't think your team's figured out completely how to press the City team when Rodri is there.
Yeah. So I think they will try to press, but I think just with the way City play, they'll be forced to drop off. Just the way they play is to, especially with Rodri coming back after his cheeky shenanigans, you're going head to head with a little fellow. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get the ball off that City team and really dominate the ball. So I think they're just going to have to sit off and just play on the counter, which they're quite good at doing, to be honest. And City struggles against that as well. So we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah. And on the flip side, if any team was going to stop Brighton's amazing build-up, I do think it's City. I think so much about City is talked about the attack, but what these guys do in terms of work off the ball, in terms of both listening to prep, but sometimes just sheer effort. You know, you see
Yeah.
Grealish have a bad run, he's still defending. You see Haaland have a bad run, he's still doing all the basic fundamentals you don't see from any of the inconsistent top teams in the league.
Yeah.
So I think there is definitely an answer that Pep's had over the past few years against Brighton, De Zerbi or not. Let's see how it looks, De Zerbi, with more of an opportunity now.
For sure.
Anyways, next part of the video, John, FPL captains. Now, I had a hot start. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was him. I thought I was him.
Yeah, you have to
I've
cool
dropped
down a
down
bit.
to mid-table. I've dropped
Yeah.
down to mid-table, and it's not looking good. FPL
Yeah.
captains this week. Who's the player that everyone should be captaining this week, John?
I think it's the very basic generic answer. Going off what you just said with City and Brighton, I can see City putting goals on the board, and Haaland has had quite a few quiet weeks. So I see him coming back after the international break with a bang, at least 2 goals and 1 assist, I'm reckoning. So he'll be in the double digits this week.
I'm not gonna lie, because of everyone else captaining Haaland, most weeks I will be captaining Haaland. But if I was to have a stake-free bet like we are right now, I do look at Mohamed Salah. I do look at Trent Alexander-Arnold against
Salah was my
Everton.
next option.
Against Everton, brother, that low block. I know Sean Dyche has some plans for Liverpool. I know
Yeah.
he does, but
You got James
you
Tarkowski leading
can't
that line with Jordan Pickford, that starting goal.
you
It's going to be tough to score
you
against those boys.
can't absorb pressure for the full game against this
Yeah.
Liverpool team. I
No.
think they found their solution in Nunez in terms of what they can do against low blocks. Not that they
Yeah.
ever had an issue scoring, but I think Salah and Trent, I don't love the whole inverting Trent because of what he can do with this crossing. But I
Yeah.
think you'll see Mohamed Salah on the score sheet, or like he does every week for my FPL team, with an assist at least.
Yeah, I agree with that very wholeheartedly.
Too easy. Too easy. All right, fellas, that's the video. Stay tuned, stay locked in, subscribe for more. And if you want to replace Jono or me, feel free, let me know. Ciao. Oh, yeah, I was pretty happy with that.